It's time for Weekly Pulse, your heartbeat to what's trending in sports. Welcome to our special Thanksgiving edition of Weekly Pulse. I'm your host, Mackenzie Salmon. We're going to have all of our same top stories as well as some special conversations to look back on. To start off this week's show, we are going to have our first college football playoff rankings, NFL power rankings, and Lorenzo's locks.
First college football playoff rankings are out for the 2020 season. Obviously a difficult challenge for the committee, a lot of different factors involved this year that are unusual, teams playing vastly different numbers of games. But let's talk about some things they got right and things they got wrong. First of all, I think Clemson over Ohio State is a good call. Clemson number 3 with that one loss to Notre Dame, who's number 2. And Ohio State, even though they're undefeated, they're behind Clemson, fewer games, less big wins up to this point. I think for now that's a good call. I think Texas A&M at number 5, Florida number 6, another good decision. Head-to-head, Texas A&M beat Florida State. Now, that may change later in the season as we get more data. If Florida, for instance, is able to beat Alabama, that would obviously boost them above Texas A&M. But for now, I think you've got to respect that head-to-head. And then I also think Cincinnati at 7 is a good call. This is the highest an American Athletic Conference team has ever started in the committee rankings. Cincinnati's going to need some luck. They're going to need some things to go their way to get in that top 4. But that's a lot of respect, I think, for a very good Cincinnati team to start off. Now, things they got wrong. Georgia at number 9. Why is Georgia number 9? This is a 2-loss team. They got blown out by Alabama, blown out by Florida. They don't really pass the eye test. I don't understand why they're in the top 10. BYU at number 14. They should be significantly higher. Obviously, their strength of schedule is not very good, but they do pass the eye test. They've blown out everybody they've played pretty much. They've been extremely impressive, but I do think this ranking indicates that BYU may need to try to schedule another game if they can, maybe even against Cincinnati if the dates were able to work out.
Week 11 was the perfect appetizer for Thanksgiving week. Time for this week's Risers and Fallers. Faller, Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom. What's going on? This team looks great on paper, but unpredictable on the field. While Tampa is still likely to make the playoffs as a wild card team, it should be noted, Tom Brady has never won a Super Bowl when he's had to play on Wild Card Sunday. Riser, Indianapolis Colts. They followed up their signature win over the Titans with a dramatic comeback win over the Packers. Think of Indy like the Pittsburgh Steelers on delay. They have a well-rounded, opportunistic defense, a savvy veteran QB, and multiple ways they can win a game on any given Sunday. They will need to continue their winning ways as they have a rematch with the Titans next week. Winner takes sole possession of first place in the AFC South. Faller, Baltimore Ravens. They lost their second straight to the Titans and second game in a row. The offense looks stale at times and the defense looks worn down. If the playoffs started today, they'd be on the outside looking in. This team is trending in the wrong direction at the wrong time. Riser, Seattle Seahawks. Remember their dramatic victory over the Cards Thursday night? Feels like a month ago, but it was impressive nonetheless. The defense showed signs of life behind newly acquired Carlos Dunlap. If Dunlap can provide a semblance of a pass rush, this team is backing to be a Super Bowl contender. Faller, New England Patriots. You had a sneaky chance to get back into the playoff conversation against a 2-7 Texans team. Instead, Deshaun Watson walked all over you. Now the season feels all but over for the Patriots. Riser, NFC East intrigue. It is so bad it's good. The Eagles are cratering while Washington and Dallas showed signs of life. And the Giants are throwing F-bombs and firing coaches on bye weeks. Despite being putrid, the NFC East is shaping up to be pretty dramatic. You can make all the jokes you want, but let's be real. You are excited to see how this turns out.
It seems like every time I pick a crush, they break my heart. And this time, it was the Dolphins. There are a lot of good teams out there, teams that look the part, but let me down. So I'm just going to sit back and play the field for a little bit. I'm Lorenzo Reyes, and I've been covering the NFL for 7 years now. And every week this season, I'm going to hit you with the 3 bets I feel most confident in, my locks of the week. And after a 1-2 last week, I'm looking at a team that has been catching my eye over the last couple of months, but was waiting to see whether they were for real before jumping on them. The Vegas Raiders have won their last 4 games against the spread and 5 of their last 6. It's time. They're going up against a Falcons team that, let's just say I'm a little peeved at. And Vegas is giving 3 on the road. Derek Carr is finding a rhythm with favorite targets Darren Waller and Nelson Aguilar, and the defense has been mediocre, but they're facing the model of mediocrity, a team who is 1-4 against the spread at home. Take the Raiders to win and lay those points, 29-21. Moving on, let's look at a team that has been a low-key darling against the spread, the New York Giants. They're 7-3 overall, including wins in their last 4 and 6 of the last 7. They're off a bye, on the road, and giving 5.5 points against the Bengals team that just lost Joe Burrow. With New York still competing in the NFC East, it has plenty to play for. I don't think this one's close. I got the Giants winning 23-10. And finally, let's look at another team coming off a bye, the Bills. They're at home, giving 5.5 against an LA Chargers team that has lost its last 4 against the spread and is traveling out east for the early window on a Sunday in a chilly Buffalo that's challenging for any road team. The Bills have won their last 2 against the spread, including a banger of a game against the Seahawks. Take Buffalo to lay those points. I've got them 28-20.
Welcome back to Weekly Pulse. 2020 has been a year unlike any other in our lifetime. Earlier this year, we took a trip to Miami for Super Bowl 54. Watch while we played cornhole with the 2 New York gunslingers and challenged players to some Super Bowl trivia.
It's like a trivia question. You should know.
Okay.
You should know.
All right, trivia.
All right.
Whatever this is.
How many championships did Joe Montana win as a starting quarterback, and how many did Steve Young win?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know.
Ooh. Dang. It's gonna be a hard question. I don't pay attention to quarterbacks. But at the end of the day, I know he won a couple for us, so that's all that matters.
I want to say Montana won 2 and Young won 3. I'm gonna go opposite. Montana 3, Steve Young 2.
How many championships did Joe Montana win as a starting quarterback, and how many did Steve Young win?
Honestly, I just started watching football like a couple years ago. So let me think. I would say 3 and maybe 2.
Can I pick up a question?
Phone a friend?
Phone a friend. You in an interview? No? Damn.
I know Steve Young won the one in 95. That was against the Chargers. I'm going to say he won the other 4.
Yes! Okay, who was the first quarterback to win a Super Bowl for the Chiefs? And what year, or what Super Bowl was it?
Oh, no. Cut!
You can't. You asked me like I should know. Super Bowl 4, 1969 season, 1970 Super Bowl. Quarterback, Dawson.
Good job!
Lynn Dawson, it was Super Bowl 4?
There you go, bro. Good job. All right, it was Super Bowl 4 with Dawson.
Yeah, for sure. I was about to say that.
For sure. It's pretty simple. It's just like a normal game of cornhole. You can either do truth or cornhole. If you choose to do cornhole, you get to shoot it, and if you make it on the board, it's 2 points. In the hole, 3 off the board. You guys have to say something nice about the other person. Now, if you choose to do truth, you got to answer the truth. If you don't want to, you can always, of course, do cornhole. You can only do truth twice or cornhole twice. First person to 21 wins. Truth or cornhole?
Cornhole.
Cornhole? All right. Okay. He chose cornhole.
Stay in the
All
room.
right. Bro! Okay. All right. It's casual. Okay. All right. Your turn. Truth or cornhole?
Cornhole.
Cornhole? Okay. Let's go. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so you gotta say something nice.
Something nice.
Oh, okay.
And you gotta mean it too.
You gotta mean it.
Sam is a great cornhole player.
Oh, okay. That was pretty good. Okay, yeah. Truth or cornhole?
For the sake of the show, we'll go truth.
Truth? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You guys say one bad thing about living in New York.
Can I change it? Can I throw?
Yeah. You can cornhole if you want.
No. One bad thing about living in New York, the weather.
The weather?
Yeah,
okay.
the winters get pretty cold.
Yeah. All right.
All right, I'll go truth.
Truth? All right. Well, I got specific ones for both of you. Okay. Tell us one awkward moment you had with Eli Manning.
One awkward moment I had with Eli.
Yeah.
I tried to get him to come out last night. He wasn't trying to make another.
You weren't trying to make another
He
video?
wasn't trying to make another flip cup video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Truth.
Truth? All right. Who's the most overrated musical artist right now?
Oh, man.
Jeez.
I know, right?
You make some enemies.
You gonna call him out?
No, I'm going to go corner.
Cornhole? Okay,
Yeah.
cornhole.
Nobody?
That would be, I mean, that's like, yeah. I don't want to start a Twitter beef, you know, even though I don't have Twitter.
No Twitter beef? Okay. Ooh, okay. Not bad, not bad.
All right, I'll go truth.
Truth? Okay. What celebrity are you currently crushing on?
What celebrity am I currently crushing?
This will go viral, too.
I can go cornhole, though.
You can go cornhole if you want.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Stay on the board.
Okay. You got two.
Let's go truth.
Truth?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us what you thought when you saw Adam Gase's introductory press conference.
It's funny.
With the eyes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's funny though, I mean, because I knew him before.
Yeah.
I had conversations with him before, so I knew what kind of guy he was. I just thought it was funny, so I was just laughing my butt off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Was that like a
hilarious.
thing in the locker room? Like,
Yeah,
did
for
you see his
sure. I
face?
mean, we were all just laughing. You know, it wasn't,
Yeah.
it wasn't anything crazy.
Nothing too bad?
Yeah.
All right. You got a truth. What's the easiest defense you faced?
The easiest defense I faced?
Yep.
I don't know. The games we won were good offensive games. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. The Redskins and then,
Redskins? Okay, we'll take that. All right. What's an irrational fear you have?
Shoot, I don't know. I don't know. I still feel like, like when I'm like about to go to bed, especially if I'm by myself, I still feel like someone's gonna be behind me or like someone's gonna come in the door.
Like the
in my
monster under the
apartment.
bed?
Yeah, exactly. So I still kind of have that weird feeling sometimes right before I go to bed.
Yeah.
So I guess that's.
So you're not a scary movie person, I'm guessing.
I am.
oh,
Okay, say something nice.
Sam's got great hair.
He's got gray hair?
Got gray
Okay.
hair.
Love that.
Oh my gosh! Congrats!
Hey,
Good job, good job.
No
Yeah.
rebuttal?
So you're the king of New York?
Oh.
Are you the? You're not gonna say.
No.
We look back at some of our favorite NBA conversations after the break. Welcome back to Weekly Pulse. It's a big week for the NBA. Watch how this offseason is shaking up with free agency winners and losers.
Let's take a look at some of the winners and losers in free agency. Winners, the Los Angeles Lakers. They brought back Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Markieff Morris, reached deals with Montrezl Harrell, Wesley Matthews, and Marc Gasol, traded for Dennis Schroeder, and are on the verge of reaching a significant deal with Anthony Davis. And young stars Jason Tatum of Boston, Donovan Mitchell of Utah, and De'Aaron Fox of Sacramento all signed max extensions worth $163 million, and those contracts could grow to $195 million over a 5-year period if they reach certain incentives. Losers, the Milwaukee Bucks. They appeared to have a deal for shooter Bogdan Bogdanovic from Sacramento, but that deal fell apart before free agency began, and now the NBA is investigating for anti-tampering violations. Houston lost coach Mike D'Antoni and general manager Daryl Morey after the season was over, and they didn't do enough in free agency to keep stars James Harden and Russell Westbrook happy. Now, we will soon have a chance to see how this plays out on the court as the season is scheduled to begin in less than a month on December 22nd. Free agency has grown bigger and more prominent in the past decade in the age of social media. So let's take a look at some of the biggest free agent signings in NBA history. It starts with LeBron James, who has made 3 big free agent decisions, first going to Miami, then back to Cleveland, and then signing with the Los Angeles Lakers, and it has worked out for James and those teams. He has won titles with Miami, Cleveland, and now the Lakers. In 1996, Shaquille O'Neal left the Orlando Magic for the Los Angeles Lakers in another move that paid off for the Lakers, who won 3 championships with O'Neal alongside Kobe Bryant. Kevin Durant left Oklahoma City for the Golden State Warriors, and that move resulted in 2 titles for the Warriors while Durant was there, and Durant was the Finals MVP of both of those championships that he won. Steve Nash chose the Phoenix Suns in 2004 and helped modernize the NBA game with his shooting and passing under coach Mike D'Antoni. The Suns never won a title with Nash, who won 2 MVPs in Phoenix, but his style has had a lasting influence on other point guards and the league. We will find out in coming seasons if any of this year's free agents turn out to be franchise-altering moves.
Back in February, I got to sit down with Giannis Antetokounmpo at the NBA All-Star event. Hear what he had to say about dad life and what it would be like to play with all of his brothers.
Here in Chicago for the 2020 All-Star Game. And I want to say congratulations, you just had a baby. What's dad life been like for you so far?
Hard. I haven't gotten much sleep lately, but I'm really excited. There's nothing like this. The feeling that you have once the child comes to this world is it's amazing. You can be in commercials, you can win championship, you can be the MVP, but nothing tops that feeling. So me and my family are really happy about it.
And you're on pace for another MVP season. Do you ever have that in the back of your mind? What would that mean if you got it again?
If I got it again, that would be amazing. Obviously, but my goal is to win the championship. But I just try to get better every day, and being the MVP, that's going to take care of itself at the end of the day.
Yeah. And let's say you win for Milwaukee. Do you see yourself continuing your legacy there?
Man, I can't think that far ahead. I'm just trying to, focus in the moment and get better. But why not? I'm a guy that wants to be, with the team for a while. But as long as we're winning, and we're winning so far, so I don't think anything gonna change.
You got one brother with you in Milwaukee, another in LA. Have you ever thought about what it'd be like having everyone together?
I think that would be amazing. Obviously, we spend more time together, and I'm 100% sure my mom would love that. But if we could team up in a team in Milwaukee, LA, whatever, that'd be awesome. But if we could team up in a team in Milwaukee, LA, whatever, that'd be awesome.
And obviously you were named a captain for this year's All-Star Game. I mean, there's a lot of international presence with the players that are on there. What do you think that says about international ball?
International ball is getting bigger. Obviously, a lot of people that lead the way for us, and we're just trying to follow the same way that guys before me, Drazen Petrovic, Paul Gasol, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Tony Kukoc, that was here in Chicago, played. And we basically watched them, and we wanted to beat them. And hopefully now, a lot of kids can watch me, Luka, Joel, Siakam, not just the international players in the NBA, and try to follow footsteps. And I know there's 8 non-American players in the All-Star game this year. Hopefully, moving forward, it can be 12, and then 14, and then 16.
We're at the JBL pop-up store in Chicago. You've been with them for a few years now. I heard you were in a commercial. What was that like?
That was amazing. I've worked with them for probably 2-3 years, and we had the opportunity to make a commercial last summer, which was global. It was fun just seeing myself, on the big screen, and my family also had fun with it. And the work that they did in just we were there for 5-6 hours. The work that they did was unbelievable.
I also got the chance to speak with Bulls legend Scottie Pippen about his legendary dunk on Patrick Ewing. Take a listen. I think one of the most iconic playoff moments in my mind for you is the 94 dunk on Patrick Ewing. So what kind of emotions come up when you think about that dunk on him?
Wow, well, I mean, that was a great season. It was one of those memorable seasons. Not playing with Michael that season, so it was a lot of fun. The expectations weren't as high for us, but we had high expectations for ourselves. And, we had a great season. And As my career went, it was always battles against the New York Knicks and, playing against them, whether it's in Chicago or Madison Square Garden and playoff atmosphere or whatever. It was always a high, intense game. And that game, I remember that, it was one of those games Spike Lee had flew into town. So it was a very high, intense playoff game. But, we came to battle. It was a great series, even though we ended up falling short. But that play is definitely one of the most memorable plays of my career.
What's the best solution for stay-at-home work? Video games. This year, I got a quick tutorial on the best handles for 2K with Bear to Beast. Thank you guys, of course, again for joining us. I'm excited. I'm not the best 2K player, as you can tell. What would you say is the number one thing that even a rookie like me, who doesn't really know a whole lot, should know in order to be somewhat good at defense?
in 2K League terms, you gotta watch film. So coming into this, if you watched me or anybody else, you want to know what they like to do. There's a couple of techniques we could teach you, and it makes you a better defensive player today. He's gonna go right. So what you want to do, the direction they're going into, you move your left analog stick in that direction, and then hold L2. Once you gain contact with him, there you go. See how you made him pick the ball up?
Okay.
There you go. Nah,
cool.
I can't do anything. There you go.
No, this was fun, guys. Thank you so much for showing me. Before we go, we want to take a moment to reflect on some of the moments we are most thankful for in 2020.
I'm thankful for a lot of different things. I'm thankful for my family. They've given me some unconditional love, some support. I'm grateful for the people that are around my life, helping me out through this process, that are my family. I have a great support staff out here in the Inland Empire and Chino. I'm thankful for God for putting me in this position right now. It's crazy how I'm supposed to live out my dream as an NBA player.
I am thankful for the NFL schedule makers. They were creative. They figured out a way to keep this thing rolling. They're following the protocol, their medical team. We've got football every single week. There's, competitive, compelling games. We might not have fans in all the stands. We might not be in locker rooms talking to these guys like we'd like, but we still have football every single Sunday.
Well, I'm thankful that we don't have to sit through a lot of these terrible non-conference games. We've kind of just cut the fat in a way, and more conference matchups means more high-quality games that we want to see.
I guess I'm just grateful that we have a 12-hour window of time on Saturday when things feel normal. College football has given us that small pocket of time every week where we can pretend that the world's on fire and everything is falling apart and everything sucks.
I'm most thankful for Kansas City. I think the city of Kansas City has embraced me as an athlete, as a person, as a young man at the age of 23, and has given me life to keep doing the things that I have been doing. And I think as an NFL athlete, one of the biggest things you can do is influence and help people or influence kids and people in the community to do the right things or just do better for themselves. And it's the most beautiful thing when you see a community react in the right manner.
For many of us, 2020 drastically changed our lives. We are all so thankful for your support, and we hope you enjoyed looking back at some of our highlights for this special Thanksgiving episode. Until next time, I'm Mackenzie Salmon. Thanks for watching. Hey sports fans, if you want to see more videos like this, check out some of our other ones right here. And if you like what you see, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more from USA Today Sports.